What's up, everybody? I'm Ian from Ian's Life, and this is my Vans RV6.
The Vans RV6 is a kit-built airplane, first introduced in 1985 by the Vans Aircraft Company. The RV6 is one of the most popular kit-built aircraft ever, with almost 2,700 of the aircraft being built and flown. The average kit takes just over 2,000 hours of build time. In this video, I'm going to talk to Ian about his airplane, and then we're gonna go fly. So let's talk to Ian and learn more about his Vans RV6.
I've been into aviation since I was just a little kid. I grew up flying model airplanes. My father was a glider pilot before I was even born. He quit that to spend more time at home, which backfired on my mother because it just ended up with him and me going out to the RC flying field every weekend. Got into gliders much like him when I was about 12 or 13, started flying with him. 5 or 6 years ago now, I decided it was time to make the transition to power, moved over from gliders to flying power, and well, the rest is history. So I decided to get an airplane because it's sort of the environment I've always worked in. Again, I come from that gliding background, so getting an airplane was a pretty logical progression for me. My family had a glider, and I was lucky enough to fly that, and I really got into the mindset of the costs of airplanes are over in fixed costs rather than in the cost of rental. And so when I moved into power, I knew I wanted to do that, and I've been extraordinarily fortunate to have good friends and good airplane partner who have become good airplane partners over time. Well, we've got 3 partners in this one. It's largely a family airplane. Me and my father own 2/3 of it, and our third partner, Gus, he's the last third owner in there with us. The partnership thing is fantastic. You have to have good partners to make it work. You have to all work well together on the airplane, time management, all of that stuff. But if you have that, it's worth its weight in gold because it cuts the operating costs way down. This is a Vans RV6, and it is, I believe, the most popular home-built, kit-built aircraft in the world, both in terms of, I believe it's the most produced and also the most finished kit-built airplane in the world. This particular airplane is one that I actually wanted for a long time. This specific one, not just an RV6 model. I wanted an RV since I was a young kid and saw one and thought, that's just the coolest thing ever. Wanted one ever since. This airplane sat behind my airplanes, was owned by my hangar owner, and it sat back there covered in an inch of dust, never flying for as long as I'd been in that hangar, almost 5 years before I finally had a chance to make a move on it. So this particular RV6 is really special in that it is set up to fly from the right-hand side. That's kind of weird in side-by-side airplanes, but I come from a gliding background where you fly an airplane that has a stick with your right hand and your throttle, which would be spoilers and glider, is left. And I've never quite ditched that habit. I fly a lot of tandem seat stuff, and so I really like flying with my right hand. This thing being configured to fly from the right was just sort of the natural fit. It also was the right airplane for me because it had the right engine for me, an IO360. It's constant speed propeller, which I wanted. Just had all the things I wanted in one, and happens to be an extraordinarily well-built aircraft. It was amateur built, but the 2 people who built it, the hangar owner and a friend of his, were extremely meticulous individuals, and they built it from kit and just did a fantastic job. We did buy this airplane after it had been sitting for a long time. We took some risks doing that. We knew that the engine was going to have to be closely looked at. We knew the avionics and, well, really everything had to be closely looked at. We lucked out. It had been stored in a dry hangar. The oil analysis came back real good on our first run of the engine, so we managed to dodge that particular bullet. The old avionics, there's a couple pieces that didn't work, but largely stuff we didn't care about, old IFR equipment that we're in the long run going to be removing anyway. So we really lucked out, and we, as I've talked about before, we had a great partnership. One of my partners is an A&P, and we were able to really thoroughly check the airplane out and make sure that it was good going into its first flight after sitting. Performance on these is, I think, the reason that they are the most popular kit-built airplane ever. You're talking about an airplane that will cruise about 160 knots on, depending on your fuel, 7.5 gallons per hour. With a pretty good range. We're carrying almost 40 gallons of gas, so it gives you a pretty good operational range. And in addition to that, it's fully aerobatic. gentleman's aerobatics. It's not like an extra 300 or something, but this particular one has inverted fuel and oil, and we do take advantage of that to do your basic loops, rolls, things like that. It's a great airplane for multiple missions. You can put 2 people and 100 pounds of baggage in it, go travel a long distance quickly on not a whole lot of gas. You can load it up lightly, go upside down, do loops, rolls, whatever you want to do. And hey, we're out here on a grass field. It's not so delicate that I can't go and land it on at least relatively rough and unprepared terrain and enjoy a fly-in like this. My YouTube channel is called Ian's Life, and we primarily focus on aviation-related content, both building and flying airplanes. I've shown a couple of airplanes on that channel so far, this being our newest one. We're building a Chinook Plus 2 with Yamaha power right now. That's kind of a neat project. We're just winding that up. But yeah, if you want to see a lot of content, fly-ins like the one we're at right now, unique flying missions. We're about to get into a lot of IFR stuff, which is new for my channel with this platform, plus a lot of bush flying and just general adventures. That's what I do.
This thing warms up pretty good?
Yes, thankfully. Yeah. Clear prop! That's one advantage it has over the fuel injection. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look ahead, all clear ahead.
Yeah, I guess, with these tail wheels, you got to kind of, there's a swivel. Make sure you're not running over anybody.
I've flown worse that you couldn't see past the nose at all.
Yeah.
This one, at least I can kind of see where vaguely what's going on up there. If something particularly big's in front of me, I'll catch it. But, the little stuff of if there was a cone or a little barrier or something up there, yeah, I would be completely blind. I'd love to do an avionics upgrade and put a camera on the belly just so that I can see
That'd be cool.
clearly in taxi.
Well, that's a good thing about experimental. I mean, a home build is or amateur, whatever, that you can do that.
Yeah, nothing type certified, which is nice.
If I get into another airplane again, I want a four seat with bags.
Right.
And even those are really expensive and experimental, you know what I mean?
It's unfortunate that everything is expensive as it is, because I've often thought if I had to have something like that, I'd look at an RV10, which is great, except that they're $250,000 to $350,000.
Right.
Okay, since we did get fuel, I will actually flip over to the right tank and give it a run up real quick, and then we'll get out of here.
Alrighty.
Alright, fuel pump's on, mixture's rich, everything's forward, we've already flipped the tanks. Prop's gonna be fine because we just exercised it, but I'll just give it a quick mag check, just as much as anything as an excuse to
run the fuel through it.
Yeah, get the fuel running through it. It's running fine, we've had a chance to sump it. We are in good shape. Nobody over here, I'm going to come forward with the canopy, over your head, and that's forward. Pin is in, that's locked, and latched. Lights are on, fuel pump's on, mixture's rich, prop is forward. Oh hey, the first Badlands Traveler.
That's Doug's old airplane.
Yeah, that thing's super cool.
Yeah, it is.
Alright, autopilot off.
Is he landing off the side of the runway, or is he? Yeah, he's landing in the
Yeah,
grass.
he's going to land in the grass.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, don't want to mess up his tires.
Yeah, those bush wheels are expensive.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll let clear, nobody off the arrival end. I'm not hearing anybody.
That's a good thing about filming. I mean, it's 85 degrees out there today, so it's not terrible, but you're trying to film when it's 95 degrees out here. Inside, the cameras start overheating. That's the it's the worst.
Yeah, Cherokee County traffic. White RVs departing 1-4, Cherokee County.
Yeah, the Ducat's clear, 1-4.
It's okay, you can call it what it is. We know it's a Badlands Traveler. All right. Lights, camera, ready for action. Okay, airspeed
airspeed's alive and numbers are looking good.
Are you looking for an airspeed when you start flying the tail, or?
Honestly, not really. I will get it rolling solidly.
Yeah.
But before the airspeed's even alive, I'll give it a little bit of nose, just pressure. As much as anything, it's a look over the nose. This thing will fly right off the ground in a 3-point.
Yeah.
But you can't see anything.
Right.
So I nose it over. I'm looking for about 70 or so. And honestly, similar to the nose over, it'll start getting light and springy, and that's my indication it's ready to fly.
Okay.
All right. Cherokee County, white RVs making left turn out, westbound departure, Cherokee County.
Seeing you're going to bring it around one?
And we're back over to Reklaw's frequency.
A lot of buzzards out here today.
Yes.
And Reklaw traffic, green and white Mooney is short final. We're going to be a full stop, 20 Reklaw.
So you normally cruise, you said about 160 knots on this thing?
Roughly, it cruise out at 160 up at altitude.
Right.
Down low like this, you know, even with it forward it'll only indicate about 140 miles an hour, but you get the altitude and it'll really, like this will wander up towards 150, 155 miles an hour in cruise, and then the true will go higher.
Yeah.
Bring it down a little bit.
Well, I mean, you have pretty good visibility in this, pretty much everywhere you want to go.
Yep. It's pretty fantastic. Yeah, the visibility's good. In fact, the biggest problem is keeping the sun off of you.
Yeah.
I normally carry a set of shades for longer flights just to stick up and get them out of the way.
just to stick on. For a short flight like this, only what?
9 miles left
yeah.
to get back there. Reklaw traffic, white RVs, 9 west, 2500. We'll be overflying, well, excuse me, we'll be going up left-hand wind, 02. Oh, wait, there's...
How are you then?
I've got...
Traffic Skyline 76182 is turning final for 02.
02, okay.
Eagle flag go, 122.9.
02, so if it's going 02, they flipped it around. 02's north.
Yeah.
Let's try that again. Eagle flag go, 122.75.
I had a feeling that they might take us to a northbound departure at some point here. So.
Reklaw Skyline 76182 is turning final for runway 02.
02, I think is what he's saying.
Yeah, I'm hearing 02.
Reklaw traffic, RV12.
I thought the wind was, I don't know.
I mean, we did just land 1-4.
Yeah.
So,
And there was a little bit of a crosswind from the right there.
I guess it's debatable. It may be down in the trees.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a little more, so...
Also what, just cross over midfield left downwind?
Honestly, I will be highly surprised if we don't have 3 airplanes into the pattern that are going to indicate what we're doing.
Oh, yeah, sure.
But there we go. We've got a couple
I'm right on the end of the runway crossing.
heading over there. Keep an eye on them.
Okay, anybody number 2?
They're departing.
Yeah, they're going out.
Oh, that's a huge plane. There's 4 of them.
Yeah, there's 3. Where's the 4?
I see a red one over there.
Yeah, there's 4 of them all together.
Traffic, RV12, will be departing area to the west.
Okay.
Downwind.
Well, they're doing their thing. I saw some stuff down in the weeds over there. So we'll...
Aircraft on final, you landing or low pass?
I'm landing.
Okay.
I see a guy, looks like he just turned downwind.
I have...
Yeah, look at the smoke.
Yeah.
You see that they're going, they're landing.
They're landing the same way we departed.
Reklaw traffic, Skyhawk turning final for low pass.
Yeah. I think they're doing 2-0.
Yeah, somebody just calling it the wrong runway.
Jump us away, 8,000 below, jump us away, minus the bill.
I mean, because the smoke's got out of the south.
So when we go, we'll take off after the low pass on final.
I don't know. We're lit up. I'm just going to keep an eye on things and over.
It would be number 2.
Yeah, definitely. He is most definitely headed that way.
Oh, yeah.
Reklaw traffic, white RV is going to overfly the field. 2,000, join up, left downwind 20 for low approach, Reklaw.
Yeah.
So I want VTEL on the roll. Be departed pattern to the west.
All right, keep our heads on a swivel for the airplanes we're not looking out for.
Yeah.
There's one departing the area over there.
Boy, if it wasn't for all that, it would be kind of hard to find if all the RVs weren't there.
Yes. Okay.
Traffic 6,016 is on the go, 120.
Yeah, they're using 20. They've just been calling it the wrong runway.
Yep. I don't know what he's doing, but we are going to be ahead of him no matter what we do.
Oh, you just turning, looks like he's turning downwind.
Yeah, correction, I'm going to go upwind and follow him.
departing to 0, Reklaw. Blue 1 VTOL, right turn, park to the west.
Cessna that just got done with your low pass, you doing another one?
Skyhawk left downwind for 20, low pass.
That's him.
Yep, okay. He didn't hear me, but we'll give him plenty of room because we're faster than him.
Because he hit off, turn left downwind behind the RV.
Reklaw traffic, white RV, left downwind, 20, low approach, Reklaw. All right. There's somebody behind us. Yep, he's got us inside.
Yep. Gonna stay a little bit closer.
That guy's, well, I thought he was turning base.
Reklaw traffic,
There he goes.
left base for low approach. Reklaw.
This is part of the game of being the fast airplane in the pattern for low approaches is giving enough room to the slower traffic that you don't run them down. Yeah, to hit opportune moments.
Final low approach. Reklaw.
All right.
About 1 minute approach to jump over the skydive, Houston, 10,000
Props
at the
forward.
west.
Pumps on. Mixture's rich. We're ready to go. Reklaw traffic. White RV turning left base. 20 low approach. Reklaw.
He's short final now.
Got him inside. Right.
Plenty of space for that other guy behind us too.
Yep.
Reklaw traffic, copy, turn left base behind the RV, beat number 3 for low approach.
Nobody cutting us off on final. Reklaw, white RV, final, 20, low approach, Reklaw. Runway's clear, a couple of people crossing, looks like they'll be clear.
Reklaw traffic, Civico 6 hit Alpha is on final behind RV, low approach.
Okay, it bounced around, so we're gonna keep it under yellow line.
Yeah.
Until we're down.
A little bumpy down
Yep,
here.
coming through the trees, it'll smooth out. There we go, into the power.
Reklaw traffic, blue and white 170, left base 20, high pitches, low approach.
All in butt.
Yep. And to the end, and up we go.
Nice. Pretty cool.
Yep, there's our Cessna buddy we were following.
Yeah. Wow, he's already turning base again. Oh no, there he's on downwind.
I'm gonna back out of the manifold here. We'll do, I think, one more of those and then join up for a left downwind for an actual landing.
Okay.
Reklaw traffic, white RV, left downwind, 20, give room to the Cessna. Reklaw.
Reklaw traffic, Skyhawk, left base, low approach. Reklaw. 2,000 feet today, fully gun into the left downwind for 18 minus 2.
We're just gonna widen out and give him room again.
Yep.
Reklaw traffic, Stinson 9416 kilo, red Stinson departing runway 2 at Reklaw.
Runway. I don't know about that, dude. Runway 2.
I think people are confusing their 02s and 20s.
Yeah.
Reklaw traffic, white RV, turning wide, left base, 20 Reklaw, low approach.
Reklaw traffic, Civico 6 hit Alpha will be number 3 for low approach behind RV.
Push our way over the skydive, Houston, 10,000 at the west.
Yeah, okay, the red Stinson, I see. I mean, 8 definitely.
They're
They're just calling the wrong runway numbers.
Reklaw traffic, white RV, final, 20 low approach, Reklaw.
Reklaw traffic, Civico 6 hit Alpha, turn left base behind RV, number 3 for low approach.
All right, Cessna is well clear of us. They're above.
Reklaw traffic, blue and white, 170, left downwind. Reklaw traffic, Civico 6 hit Alpha, just turn final behind RV for low approach.
All right, bumpy over the trees, back into the throttle as we clear into smooth air.
Look at these guys running across the runway.
Yeah, I'll stay high enough so as to not be an active hazard. And we'll pull up so we give them plenty of room.
North, Reklaw.
That's just nuts.
Right. It's insanity. Welcome to Reklaw.
Yeah.
Reklaw traffic, blue and white 170, turn in final 20, full stop, Reklaw.
Reklaw traffic, white RV, left downwind, behind the Skyhawk, full stop, 20 Reklaw.
I will say the couple running across the runway with the dog look like my parents.
Ready to
Oh dear,
depart
could have
after
been.
next landing traffic, Reklaw. Blue and white 170, final 20, Reklaw. Reklaw traffic, blue, left downwind behind RV.
Pretty tight in there.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on him.
Got the red Stinson and the Cessna behind him.
Skyhawk on downwind, you full stop?
Full stop. Reklaw traffic, Skyhawk left base, full stop, Reklaw.
Okay, that's plenty of room. We'll do a long downwind to base, give him room to get situated on the ground.
Reklaw traffic, white RV, turning left base, 20, full stop, Reklaw. Skyhawk, if you hear me, if you keep it rolling down to the end, we're going to be full stop behind you.
Roger that.
All right.
Reklaw traffic, South 6 off is gonna be number 3 behind RV.
Reklaw traffic, white RV, final, 20, full stop, Reklaw.
He's already halfway down the runway. He's
Yeah,
good.
he's no factor to us. This will be fine.
How's the runway, Ian?
I-
A little dusty, but not too bad. That you, Sterling?
Roger that. About 30 minutes south of you.
We'll see you in a bit.
Reklaw traffic, South 6 off is left base, runway 20. Pace, or 10 pacer, depart runway 20. Reklaw.
Okay. If he's departing, I'm gonna get a slow.
Left downwind, 20 low pass, Reklaw. Reklaw traffic, 6 office and stay right in the field and do a slow flyby. Reklaw, Sportsman left base, 200 Reklaw.
Okay, the people crossing the runway are braver than I would be,
Yeah.
personally.
Especially because we can't see him now.
Yeah, I can see him better than you can, but I'm still steering to the left of them. That's wild.
Reklaw.
This place is always crazy.
Yeah.
Red Stinson 16 kilo is left base, low pass, 20 Reklaw.
Alrighty. Good deal. Well, we didn't even get too far from our parking
Yeah,
spot.
right. Nice job, yeah.
Reklaw traffic, white Cherokee, lining up runway 20. We're going to line up and wait for landing traffic.
All right, Ian, thank you, sir. Thanks for picking me up.
Thanks for coming along. Thanks for experiencing it. I love to take people flying in it.
It was a lot of fun. So check out Ian's life on YouTube, and we'll have to do it again sometime.
Definitely. Good
All right,
flying
thanks,
with
man.
you.
Sure. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please click like and subscribe if you really enjoyed it. And we'll see you on the next video.